All right. So, blockchain, Bitcoin, it can be hard to understand. I'm coming to, it sounds like I have a little cold. I'm coming to the realization that, blockchains, which Bitcoin uses, are hard to understand. And not everyone understands them. And that's perfectly fine. Not even the great Elon Musk really understands blockchain. And the point of a blockchain is for security. The point of blockchain right now, at least in layer 1, isn't for transactions, isn't for things like that. So Elon Musk, and this will be my last time talking about the guy, well, for the foreseeable future. Again, no downright hate, but one of the tweets he sent out, which has been all over, if you have newsletters, Pomp talked about him in the newsletter, pretty much destroyed him. He's talking about how, Dogecoin is going to 100 times faster, 100 times reduced, and 100 times faster, 100 times less in fees. Alright, this has been talked about ad nauseum for like 5 years, and I thought the debate was settled about what blockchains on the base chain can and can't do, and the guy is totally off base. So I just came to the realization that not everyone is going to understand blockchains. Not even Elon Musk seems to have a good grasp on it. There are thousands of people that understand blockchains better than that guy, but that's not the point. The point here is most people aren't going to understand what the point of a blockchain is. Most people aren't going to understand what can be done with blockchain and even cryptocurrencies in the big realm of things. So the point of Bitcoin, blockchains, it's going to be hard for everybody to know it. Most people aren't coders. Most people aren't into cryptography. Most people are going to be like you and me. You understand kind of what's going on underneath the hood, like a car. But you don't know everything. But do you get utility from a car? Yes. Do you get utility from a computer? Yes. Do you get utility from a nuclear power plant? Yes. Do you understand the intricacies? Do you understand the ins and outs of everything in them? No. And most people won't ever understand everything that goes in and out of blockchains, including myself. So what you have to understand is that you can still get the utility and benefits of Bitcoin and blockchain, but you don't have to necessarily understand it. And so that's why some of the fear about altcoins and some of the shenanigans that go on with those shitcoins is warranted. You have to do your research, and you've got to, at some point, and of course you have to verify and look into things yourself, but in Bitcoin and blockchain, you're going to kind of have to rely on the best thought leaders in the space. And the best thought leaders in the space are mainly, Bitcoin enthusiasts. There's definitely some talent and smart people in things like DeFi. I think I covered Thorchain a little bit. But my point here is, for a lot of this stuff, you're going to have to defer to people that understand more than you. And you're going to have to find the people that you trust in Bitcoin, in cryptocurrencies. You're going to have to try to find these people to trust with your knowledge, because you're not going to have it all. I don't have it all. 99.5% of people aren't going to have it. 90% of people that are into crypto aren't going to have the necessary information to analyze it like pro bono, like by yourself. So you are going to have to rely on famous Twitter accounts and famous people in the space. But again, you don't have to understand all of the details of crypto in order to get a benefit from it. basically, the benefit from it is something like a meme, number go up. Or the fact that the more I understand about fiat and the more I understand about cryptocurrency, is that cryptocurrency and Bitcoin is just going to be a better ecosystem than what we have right now. It's going to be better for your purchasing power of your dollar. So the whole point of this video is to understand that even the great Elon Musk is showing that he has a rudimentary understanding of the space. So don't put your heroes on a pedestal. This is tough stuff. This can be very distracting. You can lose a lot of money if you don't do your homework. You can get wrecked. So please find some people you trust. If someone's talking about a shitcoin and they're promising these huge gains, it's probably a scam. Most of the things in cryptocurrencies are scams. That doesn't mean you can't make money like Dogecoin or, an altcoin rising through the ranks. But please, do your homework. Please, find someone that you trust. Find someone that understands the space better than you. Because cryptocurrency and the Bitcoin ecosystem is moving so fast at a breakneck speed that there is no way for even the smartest person in the space to understand everything. But here is another point that I want to make. Bitcoin, I can almost promise you that Bitcoin is the real deal. It's going to deliver on a lot of the promises that it's making. And it's not over-promising much. People get frustrated that it's not going to solve all these on-chain transactions. It's kind of slow. It's very volatile. But Bitcoin, people that promote Bitcoin specifically aren't promising these things on-chain in the near future. It's going to take some time, especially for these second layer effects to take effect. So please, do your homework. If you're going to speculate on altcoin, understand that you have a huge opportunity to get wrecked. Bitcoin, you have a huge opportunity in the short term to get wrecked. We were just at 62,000. Some tweets happened. Now we're at 47,000. But if you're a long-term believer in this kind of stuff, you're going to have to do your homework. And what I would say to people, and I've told this even to some of my own family members, if you want to get into space, Bitcoin is number one. You should get a position in Bitcoin first. If you want to speculate on altcoins, that's fine. Do your homework. But this is what you should do. Whatever position you want, you should get your Bitcoin position first. If it's one Bitcoin, which is something like $45,000 right now, awesome. Get that bag. Secure that bag. Make sure it's either with a trusted custodial or it's in your hardware wallet that you have your private keys. Now, once you get that bag that you're happy and healthy with, go ahead and speculate on some altcoins. That's fine. Litecoin is my favorite speculation of an altcoin. I'm interested and excited by some different DeFi things, but I'm not there yet, even with my own knowledge and with my own money. The reason that I say this is because I see a lot of people just jumping ship or mixing in and out of different currencies. If you have like a Bitcoin bag, let's say you have 0.1 Bitcoin, and you're excited for another altcoin that you think can do some good, or you're excited about the DeFi space, that's fine. You can be excited about those things. But please, don't do what I did in the early days, where you have some Bitcoin, you get excited about something else, so you trade it and you swap it and you sell it / buy it for another currency because you think it's going to pump faster than Bitcoin's pumping. Please don't do that. You're going to be subject to the mining fees, the transaction fees, the exchange fees all over the place. So there's no taxes. There's no reason to do that. So and I've dwindled the cryptocurrencies that I'm excited about to like 2 or 3. And that was after being excited about by like 20. 20's too much. You You can't have your money in 20 different things, constantly assessing what's going on. It's just too much, I think, for me specifically. Maybe you can pull it off, maybe you can do it. But if you're speculating on like 20 different coins, you're probably not going to have all 20 of those coins in a hardware wallet or a trusted custodial. It's probably going to be on an exchange. What do we know about exchanges? They're not as reliable. They're subject to fees more than hardware wallets or a trusted custodial where you have a few currencies on. So please, don't speculate on too many things at too many different times. Get your bag, complete your bag, move on to the next thing. Get your bag of that, complete your bag. If the goal is to increase your money, I would not suggest constantly buying and selling and buying. A lot of the information about Bitcoin, you can get some tricks of the trade, you can get some knowledge from all the information that have been talked about stocks. You know, when we say, buy the dip or hodl, these are new terms or new abbreviations, but they've been around. They've been around a while. When the stock market crashes, the last thing you should do is sell everything because of fear. Now, when Bitcoin and stocks are increasing, the last thing you should do is just throw your money around the place because of greed. The greed and fear index is important. Right now, there's a little blood in the streets. There's some fear. So a lot of people, a lot of weak hands are selling. Don't sell. It's going to come back. Don't sell. What you really should be doing in a fear market or when there's blood in the streets is buying. And if you time it right, if there's a bunch of greed out there, let's say Bitcoin runs up to $200,000, let's say in August, maybe if you have some expenses to pay off, that's the time to sell. I'm not going to sell my stuff for a long time. So I've kind of been all over the place with this video, but please don't swap and exchange and have very loose hands with what you want, because that's not how you're going to grow your bag. You're going to grow your bag. You're going to grow your bag by something boring, dollar cost averaging, and just trying to rise the final amount of your Bitcoin, rise the final amount of your Litecoin. If you're into something that you're speculating on, like something in the DeFi world, I'm kind of excited by a cryptocurrency called Polkadot. Please, the last thing I'm going to do is sell something that I'm excited for long-term, Bitcoin, Litecoin, and sell it or exchange it for something like Polkadot. You're going to be hitting with a bunch of fees here and there. It's just not worth it. So whatever bags you want, make sure that they never go down. Bitcoin, always go up. Litecoin, always go up. Speculative third coin, always go up. Make sure they don't go down. And if they need to go down, make sure there's a good reason. Don't try to over leverage yourself. Don't borrow on credit. Only use the money you have. Dollar cost average. These are things that are going to get you far in the long run. Not speculating on a new hot coin. Case in point is Dogecoin. I understand. I get it. It's pumped a ton. But guess what? You missed out. There's some Yahoo saying it's going to go to $10, $1,000. That's almost an impracticality. It's almost impossible for that to happen right now. Why would that be impossible for that to happen? You've got to look at different metrics, study different things. For instance, if you look at Dogecoin, look at the circulating supply. You can find that easily on CoinMarketCap or people use CoinGecko. There's so much supply. There's 120 billion or whatever. For it to go to $10, I believe that would make it a bigger market cap than Bitcoin. That's not gonna happen anytime soon, if ever. If I'm a betting man, that's probably never gonna happen. Dogecoin would never overtake Bitcoin. Ridiculous. All the development is over there on Bitcoin, not on Dogecoin. These Dogecoin developers, they're no one. There are no Dogecoin developers. Dogecoin is merge mined with Litecoin. So merge mined. Did anybody even know that? How many people that bought Dogecoin understand that it's even merge mined with Litecoin? Very few. I'd say 10% at most, probably something more like 1% understand that. So that's what I'm talking about with these speculative assets. Very little information is known. It's hard to get the information, so you're gonna have to trust your own research, verify your own research, and you're gonna have to trust different leaders in the space. I'm certainly not saying that every altcoiner is a scammer. Look at Lark Davis, CryptoLark. He's excited by more projects than I would be excited about, but he does not steer his followers wrong. He is putting money in the currencies that he's involved in and that he's excited about. So you got to try to find people that like that. I would trust someone like CryptoLark. I would trust a lot of BTC Maxis and people that have been in a coin for a long time and they're not easily flipping in, flipping out, doing all this crazy stuff. So my final advice is make sure you do research on the coins you want to do research on and only increase your bags. And if you're ever going to sell, understand there's fees, taxes, this and that. If you're just stacking sats, if you're just stacking Latoshi, if you're just stacking a third coin and you're excited about these, well, then you're not going to be subject to taxes. And you're only growing your position. You're like a little monster, growing bigger and bigger and bigger. Don't flip in and out, change colors, change genes on a whim just because something happened. Make sure that you're growing your positions by the research that you're doing and through trusted people in the space. And I guarantee you're going to be much happier than coming in and out of all these different coins, all these different altcoins, because this is 2017 all over again. It's happening again. There's going to be so many people in a year from now that are going to get wrecked, going to get pissed off, just going to get angry. Here's an important thing to do. If you trust me and other people that Bitcoin is king, is always going to be king, which I believe, what you can do is this. Go to CoinMarketCap and go one of the charts. Pick an altcoin. Doesn't matter. Pick 10. Pick 10 random altcoins. Even choose Litecoin. Choose Ethereum. Choose whatever. Pick 10 at random. And go to the chart. Click on USD. You know, a lot of them are up in the last 6 months. Most of them are up in 6 months. And that's important because you never want to lose money through USD. But even more important is to do this. Uncheck that box for USD and check the box for BTC. So then what you're doing is you're comparing that altcoin, that cryptocurrency, to BTC. And something like 95% of these coins in the past year, in the past 5 years, has depreciated in value compared to Bitcoin. So what does that mean in the long run? That means you're going to be much wealthier if you'd have just bought Bitcoin, did nothing, and held on to it. That's harder said than done. Hodling isn't that easy. So if you're excited by different coins, I'm not going to say don't get excited for them or don't buy them. But first, understand most coins are going to lose value compared to Bitcoin. It has the best developers. It has the biggest ecosystem. It's only growing. But if you're excited by different altcoins and different speculative coins, make sure not to sell your Bitcoin, not to sell your other coins even, to grow that bag. You want to grow your bags independently and without too much chaos. And that's my advice. Grow rather than exchange. I think that was pretty good. See ya.